Hello, welcome to the first in my series of Fortnite Save the World how-tos. Today we are covering Survivor Squads. What are they? How do they work? What's going on with it? I see a lot of people asking questions. So we're going over to Survivors. We're going to go to Squads for now. Ideally, this is what you want. You want everything matched. I'll explain that in a moment. All the personality matches, as you see, they're all done. Alright. You want to get your mythic leads first. These are the yellow ones are your mythics. Alright. And on those, as you can see, there's three symbols. One's the crown, obviously. And then the middle one, it says personality. And then the other one's the type. This one's a doctor. It's in the EMT squad, which requires a doctor, which is a fortitude squad. We'll go back to that in a moment. Okay, now if you see this, okay, you see they have the personality and then they have a set bonus. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is set up your leaders. If you don't have mythics yet, you can use golds, but know that they're going to change later. Alright? Another thing I advise people is don't recycle purples, legendaries, and definitely don't recycle mythics. Once you have enough legendaries to fill all of your squads, every one of them, then you can start recycling purple survivors. Until then, don't bother. Also, don't recycle legendary or higher leaders because you might change them as you go. Same thing with mythics. I don't recommend that you put them in the book or recycle them. I don't recommend you do either until you have all your squads set. And as you see, every one of my squads has a different personality. So there's 8 different personalities to be had, and I have one in each. All of them different personalities. That's the easiest way to set up your squads, so you're not having 2 different squads fighting over stuff. Okay, so with that explained, alright, we're going to go back here. You see how we have the personality. The first goal when you're setting up your squads is to get your leader mythic. If you don't have mythic, legendary is fine, but then you want to match the personality on each one of these to the personality on the leader. This leader's analytical, looks like a cookie. As you can see, all of these guys have analytical personalities. Okay, your second thing is ideally you're going to have a grouping of 3 set bonuses and then 2 groupings of 2. That's the only way to get 7 out of 7. If you do 2 groups of 3, you're going to have 1 floater. You're only going to get 6 out of 7. You're not going to maximize your squad. Okay, secondly, right on the top, as you can see, it says EMT squad fortitude slot survivors into EMT squad to increase fortitude and power. Fortitude increases your health by 1% per point. Right? Okay, but what it doesn't explain is, okay, this is a fortitude squad, which means ideally you want a grouping of the health bonus to match fortitude. You get a bonus for having health bonus in the fortitude. Okay. Secondly, if you look it up, I'll try and put a link in under the video later. There's a secondary bonus to squads. I think I found it under have to look. I think I found it in the Fortnite companion app. There's a thing on survivors and it explains it a little bit. But there's a secondary bonus for EMT squad. The secondary bonus is for analytical, which is the leader. It goes by personality. So a leader personality of analytical, there's a shield bonus, which is why I have shield in here. Alright, this one, it's just the 3 I chose. It's ability damage. It can be anything you want it to be, as long as all 3 of them match. We'll talk about superchargers in the end. Okay, so I'm going over 1 to Fire Team Alpha. Fire Team Alpha is health is the, well, for adventurous personality type, health is the bonus. So I have a health in here. It's also an offensive squad, so I have my range damage bonus matched up in here, because the Fire Team Alpha is an offensive squad, so you want an offensive match, either melee or ranged, theoretically, something offensive. And this is where one of my mythic regular survivors fits in, so I went ahead and did the trap durability in here. Alright, we're going to go to the next one. Next, I've got my gadgeteers. This one is dependable. Dependable's bonus is ability damage, therefore I have ability in here. It's also a resistance squad, so I put shield and shield regen both in this squad to maximize the bonuses that I get from the gadgeteer squad. Next, we have the Corps of Engineering. They are a Dreamer, which is a trap damage squad. I do not have my trap damage in here right now because it's just not necessary to run it all the time. But I do, since they are tech, I do have my other mythic in here, and durability, trap durability is part of tech. Your gadgets, your ability damages, and your traps. So this is kind of an oddball for me. It's not ideal, but it's just what I chose. Ideally, you would have maybe a trap damage in here, but I would rather not. Alright, moving on to training team. Training team is cooperative. My lead is cooperative. Cooperative is a range damage, which I have the range bonus here. It's also a fortitude squad, so I have my health bonus in here. And my filler is just shield, because when all else fails, shield is always nice. You can double them up, I might add, putting 4 of the health ones in, but you do not get a full 5% from the second group. You only get 3%, so there's a diminishing return there. Alright, next up is my close assault squad. On this one I have competitive personality type, and for them shield regen. So there's my shield regen. It's an offensive. I chose melee in this one to put my melee in, and I've got another trap durability in here just because I could. I could go with shields or even health, doesn't really matter. I like trap durability just because of 160 builds and stuff like that. We'll talk about endurance later. Next we have a scouting party, and I have curious archetype there, personality type, which is melee. There's my melee bonus for him. It's also a resistance, which means shields, so there's shield and shield regen, rounding out the whole party. Max bonuses. And the last one is think tank, which I have pragmatic, and it's a tech. Pragmatic is trap durability. I do not have trap durability in here right now, but that's because I don't want it in here right now. tech matches the tech for the think tanks thing. These I have shields and fortitude. Ideally I should have trap durability, but I do not have enough of them for this personality yet. I need one more. So, other things that might be helpful. First of all, when you're using your superchargers, put them on your mythic leads first. Max them out. He's 5 blue stars. 5 blue stars. 4. See, I need 1, 2. That one's max. Max. 3, 4, 5. I need one more season and I will have all of those done. Put them on your mythics first, because these are ones that once they're set and they're in, you're not going to change them. And you get the most bonus off of your mythics being the highest level. So always do your mythics first. Once you get all your mythic leads, all 8 of them, then start looking at like your mythic regular survivors, which is Carolina and Joel. There's Joel. And then, you know, just start working on, I mean, whichever thing you think you need the most help in. If you're dying a lot, then hit one of your fortitude squads and do all the ones in fortitude. And starting with the health bonus, obviously, in the fortitude squad. Health bonus, squad's fortitude. So if you bump those, you'll get a little extra health. But like I said, start with your mythics because it's the most important. Secondly, some things people do not know. If you click on one of these and you go to change it, it's all screwballed, everything's weird. If you click your left joystick, this is for consoles, obviously. I don't know what the button is for PC. It says on the bottom, it says sort. You click the button for sort, click it once, and look, it lined up all the ones other than the ones that are favorited. It lines up all the ones that are of the personality of your lead personality guy. So you know that all of these match, and then you can go through and pick, like, if you're going to change them out. That's very helpful. Alright? Second thing. I prefer to favorite all of my mythic leads just so they don't accidentally get messed up. As you can see, there's one type I'm looking for there. If it's favorited, what you do just right there, favorite. Really simple. You click on it, click favorite, done. You cannot recycle anything that is favorited in any of your things, schematics, no matter what. If it's favorited, you can't recycle it, you can't put it in your collection book. It's just saved and protected. Alright, now I'm going to tab over. See, here's all the mythics. I don't really need these extra 2, I just keep them just in case. And they're already in the book, so it doesn't really affect me. There's all my mythics. Survivors, we go over here. Okay, obviously I'm looking for a dreamer type. I'm going to hit the left sort until I get to personality. Now they're all grouped by personality, so we just got to scroll down to dreamer. Here we go. And see if we've got any more trap durabilities yet. We do not. So I'm still saving those. That's what I use this. That's why this guy's favorited. It's just so I can keep track of which personalities I'm looking for. I think that covers everything. Like I said, I'll try and link a picture of the Fortnite Companions squad thing. This is, if you follow those things, then you do not need autofill. So you notice my autofill is turned off. At a certain point, autofill no longer helps you. It just becomes a pain in the ass. So I you know, once you got all legendaries, it's pretty much no, and personality matches, your autofill is just going to mess with it because it's going to pick whatever's the highest level over whatever's the best match, because it's only good to a certain point. It doesn't do the best personality matches for your set bonuses. It doesn't look at set bonuses. It only looks at personality and whatever's leveled up the highest. So at a certain point, autofill is going to mess you up. One final note. You will notice I also do not recycle any trap durability or trap damage, and that is because if you are a person for endurance, when you go to do your endurance, you want to click into your squads, and like I said, you might want a screenshot or something so you remember what you changed. You go in, set your personality, you're going to put in all of your trap durabilities and trap damages, as many of them as you can, and fill them out all the way through all of your squads. So never recycle trap durability and trap damage, although like I said, I just wouldn't recycle survivors at all unless you have, say, 4 of the ones that match 2 and at least 3 of the ones that match 3. After that, like from 4 up, you can recycle your legendaries, but until then I would just not bother. And then of course, like I said, for endurance, you just swap in all your trap stuff on all of your squads. Just go through all of them and put in as much as you have, and that will kick up. See on the left hand side, it'll change your tech stat. Like right now, my standard running, scroll down to the bottom, trap damage, trap healing, crit chance, reload, trap durability. Well, really the only 2 you're really going to affect much is trap damage and trap durability. But you see I have 3,393% trap damage, and trap durability is 124%. That is low for endurance. For endurance, you're looking at something closer to 300 is ideal. That's you can pad that with a good Machinist Harper build. There she is. See, she does trap durability. You make her your lead, and then do all the stuff in your survivor squad. You should be able to do endurances pretty well. I'm not covering the loadout for now, and that would be the entirety of your video.